Dear Canon, now more than ever, I would like a C70 Mark II. 6K. Give me that DGO sensor. Bring it back. With the new dual pixel autofocus 2. Thank you for your new pricing structure. Send me out that R5 for review.
Hey, yeah. You're throwing your shots. I get it.
So a little bit deeper, the C70 in and of itself, love the size, love the weight. I know some people don't love the mirrorless looking body. Being a mirrorless hybrid shooter, love it. Give me 6K, sharpen it up, keep it crop sensor so it doesn't compete with the C400. Keep the DGO sensor. I think it's one of the best sensors you've ever made, and I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. If you need to keep HDMI on it, it might sound blasphemous, but to keep it at that 5,000, I'm just saying.
Oh, just keep
if
HDMI
we can't have
instead of having SDI. I got you.
SDI would be incredible.
Right.
But like I'm not trying to compete with the C400.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to spend more than $5,000, $5,500 on it. So if you have to make sacrifices in that way,
you're willing to.
You have my blessings.
Okay. All right, here we go. Dear Canon, I think now more than ever, I want a R1C. I don't want an R5C Mark II. I don't want it. Get rid of it. I want a R1C. Give me the R1 body. Give me cinema features in it. And that's what I want from them right now. Now, do I think I'm going to get it? Probably not. But boy, do I want it. I like that body type. It is the one DC I could never afford back in the day. I want that now in the R1C. And let's go ahead and just invest in going in on it.
Are you going to wait for the R5 Mark II with the battery grip? Can that get close enough to you once you see the footage?
I mean, I'm sure the image is fine, but I also don't really care for 8K. So I'm wanting an R1C because I'm assuming it's the same sensor type as the R1, and I'm perfectly okay with 6K.
This might be a question for the chat, even for you, Brandon. Obviously, the 8K is going to look great.
Yeah.
Is the 4K going to look good? Or is there something weird that they're going to do, like line skipping? Or because that's the only thing that does concern me with the 8K.
Yes.
Is are we going to get and I don't think we're going to get a terrible picture.
Yeah.
But are we going to get something that we're like, we have to shoot in 8K?
I would be surprised, but I'm also waiting for, like you, I'm waiting for those reviews to start dropping. I need some non-Canon shooters. Or, hey, Canon, if you're watching, you could just send us one. And we'd be more than happy to tell the people how amazing the 4K is.
Yeah.
Assuming that it is.
Yes.
So, feel free and reach out. You got my number.
Yeah.
Y'all text me.
Honestly,
who my sources are.
Honestly, the stinking your 3 last drops, 2.5, 2. Your 2 last drops have been.
Wait, which one did you throw out?
Well, I'm not. I'm reserving judgment until we see.
There were 3 drops.
But the C400,
okay,
and the R5 Mark II, they're golden.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take back both of those statements. I need to see reviews, but specs, they look incredible. I'm sitting happy on Canon. Like, yes, there are things that I would have them do beyond those 3 cameras, but they are more than heading in the right direction. They are going to keep that market share dominance.
Think so?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Let's start hopping into it. Jarrell, take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
We're going into the chat. And I think we're going to start off pretty nice. Agreeance with you. Dear Canon, make a C70 Mark II. That's what they want.
The C70 might be one of the best cinema cameras they've ever made.
Dear Canon, the mirrorless cameras are a bit expensive. Now,
that's fair. It's not fair in the sense that it's expensive.
Yeah, but are they expensive comparatively?
No, I'm not that. Just I understand. Like I get it.
But I feel like Canon has Nikon is like I've given them their credit, like they're building their ladder. Canon takes you R10, R8, R7,
$200.
R6, R5.2. Like I feel like you've got a pretty decent ladder with Canon.
And that
Unlike
R8 and R10,
yeah,
they're good.
but they have battery life and overheating issues.
Yeah.
The R8 is the only one I feel like they really missed the mark on. Great image out of it.
You said the R1?
R8.
R8, yeah.
Yeah, they missed the mark.
Yeah.
Great price.
Yeah.
I understand what they had to do for
Great
the
image.
battery,
Yeah.
but the sacrifice was made in the wrong spot, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. You want to read this one?
Yeah. Dear Canon, we need in our cinema camera 16-bit RAW. I will take it. I'll take it. Dude, the 12-bit Trey and Tay, I like the 12-bit, so I'll take it. Built-in IBIS, not digital. I'll finish. Built-in IBIS, not digital, and better anamorphic support options. Autofocus upgrade seems like the C400 does, but improved to be as good as the R1 or R5 Mark II. Don't a lot of cinema cameras not want IBIS in them, Brandon?
Yes. It's an image control thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like personally, in my cinema cameras, I don't want IBIS. I want to actually have if I want it stabilized, I'll put it on a gimbal or I'll put it on a not an easy rig, a
Steadicam.
A Steadicam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Trey and Tate, it would be awesome to have IBIS. We're not saying everybody wants different things, but I think that that's probably more of like a customer base. Like they know that their cinema users they don't want the wobbles.
Yeah, not only that, but it's a control thing. So your sensor doesn't shift, your image doesn't move. So like I've even had times where like I'm trying to match up two different shots, right? So I'll get a shot and then I'll turn off my camera, move something around because I'm trying to do an effect. I'll turn my camera back on, and because the camera has IBIS and I forgot to turn it off, the image is ever so slightly just off. And now when I try to do my effect in post, things don't line up the way they're supposed to. But when you have a locked sensor that doesn't have IBIS, you can turn your camera on, off, your image doesn't move. Lenses can affect that too if you have a lens that has image stabilization, but cinema lenses typically don't have image stabilization for the exact same reason.
Yeah, but I'm with you 90%. Trey and Tay.
All right, here we go. Next one up.
Dear Canon, stop bricking your cameras. Go all out. Oh, he's talking about the cripple. Okay. Make something for us that does photography only. Canon fan person here. Yeah, Canon.
He's a Canon fan person.
Fan person.
Look, I think that
I feel you, Canon.
I saw this on on our video where we talked about our cameras getting worse.
Yes.
And photographers specifically, because we asked them, we said, photographers, how do you feel? And a lot of photographers have been saying, we want a photography-focused camera because they keep losing features to make room for video features. So I wonder if that's like Canon's version of like a ZF, or like we talked about a digital AE1. Like if Canon comes out with a photography-focused AE1, it even looks like a retro-style camera. It's photography only. That could be a pretty unique camera that's only photography, because you even mentioned with that camera that you would like to see it, and they could get rid of video altogether.
You know what made me so angry back in the day? I thought when I bought my 5D Mark III, full frame, back in the day, not top of the line, but like really nice camera, I thought it was going to take significantly mind-blowing photos over my Canon T2i.
No.
It don't.
I mean, full frame.
And I don't. Yeah, and like full frame, a little more depth, a little more bokeh, a little bit better at low light, a little bit.
Could have just bought a better lens.
Could have just bought a different lens. The wild part about photography is, I don't want to say what advancement can they do, but how can you, like, I expected better photos. Buying a $500 camera versus buying a $3,500 camera, I don't know what leap they can make.
The only time I saw a massive leap in photography in my personal use is when I went from DSLR to mirrorless and I got eye autofocus.
Yeah. feature, but the photos.
But the photo, yes.
Photos.
But that's what I'm saying.
Is
the
it a
difference
megapixel
wasn't-
thing? Like,
I'm-
do you think if you shot like 100, you'd be like, wow?
I don't know. I really want to play around with medium format and see if maybe there's a difference in sensor.
Fuji, Panasonic, send me that GFX.
Yeah, we'll take that We'll take that Lumix.
Mark II.
We'll take that Lumix GFX.
Lumix. Sorry for the brand confusion, but send it out.
Evan's still not working. He says, "Dear Canon, dear Canon, do you have a setting that's not light and airy?"
Oh, user.
That I'm gonna keep it pushing. Dear Canon, we will do we will go cheating elsewhere for some third party situation. I don't understand what that means.
I think he's a little mad at the lenses.
Oh,
And I just recently found this out because I bought a speed booster that was not Canon.
Yeah.
For the C70. Bro, man, they got their lawyers out here, bro, striking people down.
For real?
Because they've struck down several third-party RF adapters, speed booster adapters, the electronic ones.
Yeah.
So get them while you can, because they're hard to find.
Dude, that's insane. Dear Canon, well done on the C400. You know what? Shout out to you, Ruben. I know I was giving you some I don't want to call it hate, but I was on you earlier. But you know what? Thanks for some positivity. That's what we need.
You've
right
been
now.
sticking around the whole stream, and I knew my Canon fan people were here.
Canon fan people. Dear Canon, give us some more dang RF lenses. The current options are not enough.
Breaking alert. They're coming out with the 70 and 200.
I've heard of that. It's black.
It's a feature.
And
It's a picture.
It's all internal zooming. I think it's supposed to be like that 100 to, or no, what is it?
The 24 to 105.
24 to 105.
Both are 2.8.
Both the 2.0 all the way through. You can declick the aperture. It'd be cool. I'm wondering. Here's the thing.
The expense, bro.
That's my issue with the Canon RF mounts lenses right now. I feel like they have super cheap lenses that nobody really wants, and then you have really expensive lenses that nobody wants to pay for.
North
but
of 3,000.
Do you remember back in the day, like with the 50 millimeter, you had a 1.8, you had a 1.4, and you had a 1.2, and you had like a ladder to walk up, and you could be like, well, I don't need the most expensive 50 because I'm not using it that much, and I don't need that critical focus between 1.2 and 1.4. But like, they got no middle ground for their lenses.
Yeah.
It's either super cheap or bonkers expensive heavy lenses.
You want to know why?
No,
because they ain't letting nobody else make lenses. They don't have to.
No competition.
They don't have to.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more content like this. Because let's face it, sooner or later, I might just be AI. And you'll never know. Or maybe you will.